Welcome back to the channel. Mali versus Ivory Coast did not disappoint based on the suspense. Ivory Coast left it late in regular time and in extra time. But I know Mali must be kicking themselves. Hope most of you guys saw the pictures or the videos with the coach getting his head watered with cold water. Yeah, they did not capitalize on possession and their superiority for about 80 minutes of the entire game. That's why they lost. But today we're gonna have a discussion and you guys will see why I say Mali did not capitalize on chances created. So here is a valid question. What went wrong with the Malians? They had 62% possession. They played for 80 minutes with a man up, created opportunities, missed a penalty, and they were a goal up till the 83rd minute. No, I'm sorry, 87th minute. Yet could not capitalize on all these opportunities. So here's what I think. Mali had a penalty miss in the first half. I think that was key on both sides. It gave Ivory Coast confidence, although even when they went a man down just before halftime as well, they still were confident they could stay disciplined and prevent the Malians from scoring. Mali also spent lots of energy pressing Ivory Coast, winning the ball high, and making Ivory Coast chase the game. When you spend that much energy without scoring in the first half, it means you have to come into the second half and keep the same tempo. And that's what we saw Mali do till the 71st minute. And after they scored, things began to change. Not because of only energy drop, but also because the Ivorian coach, Faye, made some changes that impacted the game. So what did Ivory Coast do right? We saw Ivory Coast in the first half. The defense was all over the place. 2 yellow cards equals to red. And we saw the defender being sent off just before halftime. That needed to change. They were lucky because their goalkeeper had that great save that gave them confidence. So the first half was all dominated by Mali, with Ivory Coast not able to come out from their defensive positions. And this is what Coach Faye had to say after the game in his press conference. He was asked how he survived tactically playing with 10 men for almost 80 minutes. Keep in mind, the game went into prolongations. And he said that the players started paying attention to what he wanted to do, which means deny Mali from going through the midfield. They had to push Mali to the wings, and we saw how that worked because Mali, I think, could have used more men, maybe wing backs, change their formation and go with 3 at the back so as to push more men into the midfield and allow them run down the wings and make the field bigger and maybe ask Ivory Coast to come in more in defending, but they did not do that. So that played into the advantage of Ivory Coast. So going into the second half, most who actually watched this game, if you look at the score sheet, you could not understand how Ivory Coast was still in this game. That gave Ivory Coast confidence, and Coach Faye went ahead and made some changes that helped Ivory Coast tremendously, because we see how Boli came in and was superb in defense. Not only him, his partner, who partnered in defense with him in the central defense, was also tremendous. So psychologically, Ivory Coast has shut Mali down. And if you see the way Mali scored, it was not through combination of good play in the final third. It was a wonder strike by Nene. Yes, it was a wonder strike, individual brilliance, which means they have succeeded to frustrate Mali in the final third. And we'll see how that will play into their advantage. So with Adinga, Diakate, Boli, and Haller all coming in the second half, it was a different shape in defense. Ivory Coast actually defended well. Then they had long balls to Haller, who maintained, we protected the ball very, very well. We'll see how that will be essential to the equalizer. And then Adinga and Diakate scored the winning goals. The equalizer and the winning goal for Ivory Coast. But how was this game, the game Ivory Coast played today, how was it different from the Senegalese game? Those who watched the Senegalese game saw that Ivory Coast was the aggressor because Senegal scored early. Today, Ivory Coast defended really well. And you know what they say about defense? Defense wins championships. And that's what Mali lacked. Yes, you can defend also by keeping possession. But the few times when your defense is under pressure, they have to defend well. And that's what they did not do, because the second balls was what killed them. And that's how Ivory Coast won this game today. So here comes another question. What could Mali have done differently? I think the coach, Eric Chile, refused to take his chances. The reason I say he refused to take his chances is that when you're playing against 10 men and they're using just one striker up front, a guy like Haller, who is big in the air and strong, you saw he won most of his battles, maybe all his battles with the long balls. What he should have done is that play with a 3-man defense. Make sure that you have 2 people on Haller, one to battle with him and the other just like a spy in order to clean all the spills. Because if you watch the equalizer, when the ball was played to Haller, the guy who was defending Haller, he went down. Nowadays, a simple hand to the face is a foul against the other team. But he went down easily and he stayed down for a long time. He was not fighting. He was not putting the same energy that Ivory Coast was putting, because towards the end of the game, Ivory Coast sent more men up front and they were putting energy. You must match the energy of the opposition team. I don't care, even when you're 11 against 10, you must match that same energy. Mali did not do that. Another thing that he would have done, playing with the 3-4-2-1, playing the wingers narrow, close to your center forward, and having more men in the midfield, like wing backs, that would have helped the wing backs exploit the channels that Ivory Coast was actually leaving. Because to the right, I saw lots of opportunities, but also Mali was not, their delivery was not good, because a couple of times when they went long, either the ball was too long, it went outside, or it went to the goalkeeper. So in the second half, they had just lost it, especially when they scored that beautiful goal. They failed to match the energy of Ivory Coast, because they have seen this before against Senegal. So he should have told his players, be aware. Also, I don't know, yes, I learned that Bissouma was suffering from malaria, so that's why he's been playing limited time. But this is do or die. That experience was lacking. Someone who could hold the ball and manage the game better. So Mali failed in game management. I think they should have done better in game management. It's also important to note that Eric Chile made a great substitution also that led to them scoring that wonderful goal. I think one of the best goals of the tournament, if not the best. Nene, yes, Nene was actually born in Ivory Coast. That's why he did not celebrate the goal. But that was a wonderful goal because he took his chances like really well. You could tell the Ivory Coast central holding defense. I think he was running against Casey. They were tired. They were tired legs, and he used his energy, ran through them, and that curler, the goalkeeper had no chance. That was 1-0. After that, Ivory Coast knew they were on the ropes because it was just like, that was the 71st minute. So it was barely like 20 minutes remaining. And I think that's when the energy, the Malian energy actually dropped. Of course, the temperature, the heat and all that, but I think they should have been wiser. Had they gone with 3 men behind, you know, without the ball, you can still drop men. And where were the cross coming? The first goal, that equalizer, where did it come? You know, had they had 5 men in defense, they should have or could have blocked that cross. Then also, second balls, you know, when you have 5 men behind, there is little or no space. But how could a single striker get to that loose ball before 2 defenders? That was a mistake. I think tactically, the coach could have put 2 men because they already had a man advantage on Haller because that deflection led to the cross. So I think that's where, so in my opinion, that's when the coach made some mistakes that he should have corrected, because it's hard in that type of weather to play at the speed Mali was playing for 90 minutes. It's very difficult. And then when that equalizer came, going into prolongations, Mali had actually lost it. You know, Bissouma was in. He waited until the 90th minute before playing Bissouma. I'm not sure if the malaria is still a thing that is worrying him, but I think that was too late for Bissouma to get in. Had the guy gotten in before, he could have maybe helped manage the game and let the young players do the duty and work harder. Because in my opinion, Ivory Coast did not have a great game. They just managed the game better. Yes, they were more clinical. Yes, they wanted it better towards the end because they fought hard. And they out-hustled an 11-man Mali. That's why towards the end of the game, who was more angry? Who were attacking the refs? The Malians. That's poor sportsmanship. Yes, I understand that the referee did not give a corner kick, but the refs can stop the game at any time. You had your opportunities, you did not score. You did not take risk. You should have taken more risk. Play 3 men at the back, 4 men in the middle. Then you have your wingers play narrow so that you can pull the Ivorian, because Ivory Coast was defending. At one point they were defending 4. Then they went 3 at the back to send more men in front. And that's where they outsmarted Mali. So Mali basically have themselves to blame. Then also look at the winning goal. Silly foul. There was no danger. Why do you commit a foul over there when you know that Ivory Coast was better during corner kicks and free kicks? They had the height. So now you invited more like the tall players in, and Ivory Coast was going for it. They were not going to wait for penalty kicks. They were going for it. The second ball again, they were slow to react to the second ball. How will you be in defense and allow someone to flick the ball? You have to be patient. You have to be disciplined. You have to be vigilant. Mali was not vigilant, and Ivory Coast deserved to win. I had Ivory Coast winning this game, and the reason I said Ivory Coast was supposed to win is because Mali was not experienced enough. I was not sure if Mali was going to go beat Ivory Coast, but I did not know it was going to happen this way. I did not know it was going to happen this way. Yes, a lot of people are saying that Ivory Coast did very well. No, it was a poor performance from Ivory Coast. But Mali did not just capitalize on the opportunities, and that's why they won. So congratulations to Ivory Coast. Defense wins championships. Remember that. Most of the teams like Nigeria, Congo, I'm not sure about South Africa, because today They did not defend real well, but they won. But those three, Nigeria, Congo, and South Africa, have proven to me that they can defend. Let's see what happens. Thanks for watching 19.5, presented to you by True Lion.